April 1st, 2013. I remember this day because I woke up around 7 a.m. with a pit in my stomach. This just happened to be the day that was going to change my life. That day, I started investing in real estate. I didn't actually buy a property, but I took action. As I went to bed the night before, I prayed that my fear would be replaced with excitement or hope or something that would bring some sort of freedom or stability to my life. But it didn't. I woke up that day knowing what I needed to do, and I wish that I could say that all the fear was washed away, but I can't. Those past failures, those attempts at freedom, I was hoping that they would be a distant memory, but they only seemed to scream louder in my ear. That morning I realized something about fear. It's fragile, it's weak, and sometimes it can even disguise itself as confusion or tell you that you're not good enough, and even have some people believe that. But that day was different, because just a few weeks earlier, I became armed with enough knowledge and enough tools to really believe that my life could change. It would change. It was my destiny. To be successful in real estate, you have to buy a property, and to buy a property, you have to make offers. I remember my mentor told me that I'd likely have to make 10 offers just to even get one accepted, so that was the plan. I only found 6 properties in my small Pennsylvania town that had potential, and I was hoping that if I made those 6 offers, that at least one would be accepted. And you can imagine my surprise and fear when all 6 offers were accepted, and it made my head spin with all these negative thoughts, but it still couldn't overshadow my why. I'm doing all this for my daughter, Addison. Since the first moment that I held her tiny hand, she's held my heart. She's the reason why I moved forward on 5 of those 6 deals. She's the reason why I wake up every morning determined to succeed. I won't tell you it's easy, but the days where I push through those seemingly impossible to overcome situations, those were the days where I became a better investor. I've always relied on proven tools and systems to help me turn that fear into confidence. Realeflow has been with me every step of the way. From training to automation tools that help me grow my business, it's been a roadmap for me on this amazing journey. Now I have 21 rental properties, and I've done over $5 million in real estate transactions, and that's great. But the best thing of all is that now I have the freedom to spend as much time with my daughter as I choose, and I can provide the best life for her as possible. I look back to that morning in 2013, and I'm so thankful that I moved forward that day, that I made those 6 offers. And I'd hate to think what our life would look like now if fear would have won that day. Tonight, I go to bed with peace in my heart, knowing that I can provide for my daughter. And best of all, knowing that we're free.
Hi, my name is Addison, and I'm 6 years old, and I'm a real estate investor just like my mommy.
And she's right, because after all, we're in this together. Realeflow, proudly supporting freedom chasers everywhere.